Hello, welcome back to Man Cave Models. We're going to be continuing on with the 1/16 scale kubelwagen. Where we left off, we were on section 20. This bit, we put the sides on, got the handbrake. My brain just went then. Gear shift. Got some brake pedals to put in too. A couple little bits to put on here. Well, I've made this bit up. Don't need to see me do that a little bit on camera. I haven't fitted it, and I've attached it to another part, which I'll show you in a bit. Let's get these bits in and then go to 21. Alright, so little pointy stick. That will do. This has become a handy little stick, this. It's one of those ones you use on the barbecue. Is it going to go into focus? Oh God, I'm toying with the camera now. Anyway, I've been using it on the next project, which is quite cool. I say that, it's been quite time consuming, to be fair. Right, tweezers, let's find those. Tweezers and some parts. So we'll start off with the gear shifter, the handbrake, that one, and the brake pedals are just there, so they're in there. Now, I put this together, I didn't glue this top in deliberately. So we can see. I say that. That's because I glued the front bit on earlier. It's a little bit. Put them that way. Right. So let's get these into place. Let's start with the handbrake. I was going to leave it out because this will be black. Obviously, and this is going to be this colour, but I've got a spray all in here, so I might as well just paint it at the same time. Do it in place on gear stick. You can see this clearly. Go. Bit of goo. I haven't cut off the running boards that go in here yet. I will do. They've got to be painted obviously separately because it's showing that's supposed to be a wood colour, and they've got they've got a bit of grain to them, so we're washing that, we should be able to get the grain out a little bit, so it'll be quite nice. Pedal in. So now these are not too bad. See if I can get there. I got these from Lidl's. Well, I think I got these from Lidl's. I got a pack from Lidl's, and they've seen for like, I think it was at £4 or £5. They had loads of different ones in there. For the price, they've been really good. I know, like it pays to buy a nice set, but the only thing you got to watch with it is you don't over squeeze on them, because the ends tend to sort of the end starts opening up if you squeeze on it. Definitely the right way, just a bit of a weird fit. You see, it's not sitting in there exactly how we want it to. Let's get it back here a minute, let's give it a bit of a squeeze. My rubbish cleaning up. There's that on there, look. That's what you get for cutting it off ages ago and putting it to one side and thinking I'll do it later. If you do take stuff off way before you need to, just clean it up. Don't do this. It's now the simple little job seems to be being a bit of a pain in the bum. Wow. That's why it's got to sit like that. Yeah. See that now? So that's that part. Move this out of the way, mate. These little bits. So these have been cleaned up. I don't know if you want to watch me cleaning up the parts all the time or stuff like that. I think I shall do some of it off camera, and if we get like a really technical part that's a few, then I'll do it on the camera, because then you can see what we're doing. Because these are really designed. These videos are really for people that just starting out and ways around things really. So a bit of a shame to miss out on some bits just because I think it's going to make the video a little bit shorter. You never know, it could be the bit that somebody wants to see. A lovely day out there, isn't it? So this is Saturday, by the way. So yes, it is a gorgeous day. It's a bit windy, but it's actually quite nice. Oh, there's me saying, oh, brilliant tweezers. That better. That's him. So that's the two. That's the two catches for locating the windscreen when it's down. Now what we shall have a look at next, which is part 22 for us earthlings, this bit. Now you can do this two ways, so it gives you these two bits for the back. Oh sorry, that bit there is B23 or B24. No, the difference is this has got the moldings for the... Hello, welcome back to Man Cave Models. We're going to be continuing on with the 1/16 scale kubelwagen. Where we left off, we were on section 20. This bit, we put the sides on. Got the handbrake. Oh, my brain just went then. Gear shift. Got some brake pedals to put in too. A couple little bits to put on here. Well, I've made this bit up. Don't need to see me do that a little bit on camera. I haven't fitted it, and I've attached it to another part, which I'll show you in a bit. Let's get these bits in and then go to 21. Alright, so a little pointy stick, that will do. This has become a handy little stick, this. It's one of those ones you use on the barbecue. Is it going to go into focus? Oh, God, I'm toying with the camera now. Anyway, I've been using it on the next project, which is quite cool. I say that, it's been quite time consuming, to be fair. Right, tweezers, let's find those. Tweezers and some parts. So we'll start off with the gear shifter, the handbrake, that one, and the brake pedals are just there, so they're in there. Now, I put this together, I didn't glue this top in deliberately. So we can, I say that. That's because I glued the front bit on earlier. It's a little bit. Put them that way. Right. So let's get these into place. Let's start with the handbrake. I was going to leave it out because this will be black. Obviously, and this is going to be this colour, but I've got to spray all in here, so I might as well just paint it at the same time. Do it in place. Gear stick. You can see this clearly. Go. Bit of goo. I haven't cut off the running boards that go in here yet. I will do. They've got to be painted obviously separately because it's showing that's supposed to be a wood colour. And they've got they've got a bit of grain to them, so we're washing that. We should be able to get the grain out a little bit, so it'll be quite nice. Pedal in. So now these are not too bad. See if I can get there. I got these from Lidl's. Well, I think I got these from Lidl's. I got a pack from Lidl's, and they seem for like, I think it was at £4 or £5. They had loads of different ones in there. For the price, they've been really good. I know, like it pays to buy a nice set, but the only thing you got to watch with it is you don't over squeeze on them, because the ends tend to sort of the end starts opening up if you squeeze on it. That's definitely the right way, it's just a bit of a weird fit. See, it's not sitting in there exactly how we want it to. Let's get it back here a minute, let's give it a bit of a squeeze. My rubbish cleaning up. There's that on there, look. That's what you get for cutting it off ages ago and putting it to one side and thinking I'll do it later. If you do take stuff off way before you need to, just clean it up. Don't do this. So now the simple little job seems to be being a bit of a pain in the bum. Wow. That's why it's got to sit like that. Better. Yeah. See that now? So that's that part. Move this out the way, mate. There's these little bits. So these have been cleaned up. I don't know if you want to watch me cleaning up the parts all the time or stuff like that. I think I shall do some of it off camera, and if we get like a really technical part that's a few, then I'll do it on the camera, because then you can see what we're doing. Because these are really designed. These videos are really for people that just starting out and ways around things, really. So a bit of a shame to miss out on some bits just because I think it's going to make the video a little bit shorter. You never know, it could be the bit that somebody wants to see. A lovely day out there, isn't it? So this is Saturday, by the way. So yes, it is a gorgeous day. It's a bit windy, but it's actually quite nice. Oh, there's me saying, oh, brilliant tweezers. That better. That's him. So that's the two. That's the two catches for locating the windscreen when it's down. Now we shall have a look at next, which is part 22 for us earthlings. This bit. Now you can do this two ways. So it gives you these two bits for the back. Oh, sorry, that bit there is B23 or B24. No, the difference is this has got the moldings for the speedo, as you can see, like this, and I think the other one's flat. It is, it's flat, and you put a deco on instead. So that's that in its own right. It's a pain to paint. So we're going to go for the flat one, and we'll put the deco on. But that does mean that at the moment I don't need to put that part in. I can add this part, put this bit in temporarily, and let the joints on there set, and then we can take this back off. Means we can put the part in after it's painted. That's my plan. Let's have a look. So it is gone. No, it's not. It's this bit here. I've done that. Oh, I've done that a few times. Oh, what did I do with that part? And there's no sign of it. Gone. that's that part. Give them a little bit of a clean up. There's our things. Let's take off the worst. Nice sharp knife. Now what I've been finding with this is it's the plastic. I find it really hard to see where the seam marks are. So it's going to be on that edge. So I'm going to just scrape it off with the old edge of my blade. Same with that side. They're long. Because I can't quite see, I'm going to just go arc the blade around a little bit just to make sure I do get it. Now, green scratchy pad, brilliant for just cleaning the rest of the fuzz off. Yeah. One pretty clean part. Getting a bit closer to that. Come on. There you go. Away. There you go. So I think if we put this back on, a bit hit and miss the part solder on this, because you've just done that part, this bit which is fuel cap, and there's a light that goes there, but they're waiting to put that on. I thought you might have put it on like sooner rather than later really. So it calls out to go into these grooves here. So on your kit you've got a groove there, groove in there, and there's two bits it clips onto, which is that top part here, which is there, there, there and there. So we're only going to glue there and there and leave this not glued from it. So you need like 15,000 pairs of hands, I expect. I love these things. Not awkward in any shape or form, is it? There you go. That goes in there like that. Back on. Get in right to. Tell we're doing this on camera. Yeah. I might just stick a little bit of tape on that just to keep it where we want it while it goes off. hopefully this will be, so when we, yeah, I'll keep it there while it's going off. Yeah, hopefully that means we can drop that speedo in when this is painted, which is cool. Because so obviously we're going to put the doors on, do the seats, but I'm going to paint this section, obviously the inside section, before I do the outside. So it means we can leave this loose, and then when I've done the inside, I'll glue this piece, and then every other little bit that needs to be on the outside, because it will be nice to be able to paint and be able to get into there. As you can see, like, apart from the dash, it's got some nice bits to paint in there, but you've got some nice bits to bring out there, and try and get into the underneath of there, because I know you won't see it all once it's in, but there's quite an area in there you can actually see into. Really, it should be a bulkhead in there somewhere, but they haven't done that. So, but you can see. Right, you can see all the paneling down through here, look, still, and same with the other side. So, and the fuel tap. So there should be a pipe there, really. But it's how far you want to go with it. We could put fuel lines in, and we could do a lot of things, but I'm trying to make this a sort of basic kit that you can follow along, and it's not going to start becoming overwhelming for people. So we're going to stick to as it is. To be right, so that's that. So let that go for a minute. Next call, it's shouting for the wheels and this plate. Well, that's this plate there, look, and I've attached that part that I was on about earlier to it, and basically that plate slides up into here. There you go. We'll go. There you go. It slides up in there, look, and then glues down to here as well. So I'm going to leave this off, probably till we've painted the whole thing, to be honest, because the joints, if you left it off and painted it off, and then glued it back in, it wouldn't make any difference there or there, to be fair. So and it would make life a bit easier painting it with it off. So right. I'm going to leave it on there for a minute. Right, so that's that. So that's that. So we're clear to 24 now, and we're not doing the wheels, because that's the wheel, one of the wheels with a tyre on, and Tammy done a lovely. It looks nice. Rubber tyres. I don't know about you lot, but rubber tyres, really, they're a pain in the ass to sand. They could have just gone with a solid plastic tyre. But with saying that, so that I think is a front wheel, and this is, it's got the drum in, which it goes on 3 little points. So there's the drum, and it fits on there fits on that part quite nicely. And when we put them on, we're just going to glue it in place. So we don't want to put them on yet anyway, because obviously we've still got to paint and get in around stuff. So if we put the wheels on, it will make it awkward, and plus we can actually pull the tyre off, paint it, then put the tyre back on. Save cutting in around the tyre. So that's what we're going to do. So that knocks that one out. So that takes us up to then 25, I think. is looking at seats, which are we'll make them, but that will be the same. They won't go in till we're ready. And if we did put them in, that we've got problems with we straddle our those bits of wood across the floor that we don't want to put in yet. So that'll be our next job. I shall get these parts off and then be back. Alright, so back, got the parts off that we were looking at for the chairs, which were these bits here. So put one chair together. So that's one. We're doing this one together. Basically just slots in like so. Bit of goop. Actually quite nice. I don't know if you can see that, but see if I can actually go that way with the camera and then let it zoom in. Is it? Got little springs moulded into it. Look, it's quite nice, isn't it? Stick that piece on there. And this piece onto here. Stick some glue on this section here. So I'm still trying to get used to the new camera. It's quite funny really, because originally I was filming off my phone, which was working okay, but the volume recording wasn't always loud. So sometimes if you watch the video back, some of them seem quite quiet. And on this with the new camera, it picks up anything really well. So like, so on the last video, I think my phone went through a few times, and then my wife was shouting up the stairs, and she was downstairs, and you could clearly hear her on the video. She might as well have been stood in the room. It does pick up really well, which I need to remember. So when you cut yourself, drop something, and you do that F and Jeff and everything else, you've got to remember not to do it, because the camera's going to pick it up. I think my wife said it's probably the politest I've been. So that's the two chairs. It's calling for this back chair to be put together. I did wonder about this, because when you do this bit here, when it's done, will sit in there like that, all down there. Oh, it sits like that. So in theory, once that's in and there's a panel that goes across there, you're not going to see any of this inside here, to be fair. I suppose you could do it with it up like a boot. I suppose, but so basically that one just sits in there like that. That's why I don't always like thin glue. There's a little shelf in the middle so it doesn't sit flat. I'll stick some thicker stuff in there. That'll help that. And then this bit should sit in there like that. Do a little bit. Still don't look like it's sat how it's supposed to be there, you know. Oh, I see what's going on. A couple of nice little bits sticking out. Get rid of those. Better. So that should be our chairs. That's the back one. It's quite high, isn't it? That's the back one in place for a second. There's our fronts. And that one will sit like that. You'd probably get away if you didn't want to put that wooden board in, you probably wouldn't have to. And that one sits in there then. So we can get them in the hose. So offset and make sure they do sit in the right place then, won't it? That's it. That would be our seats in place. So I can do that. There you go. Right. Looking quite good. So it is showing on set 26 to fit the seats, but we're not going to do that. We don't want to do it because painting wise that would be a pain in the bum. So we'll leave them off anyway, and also we've got to put that for. It is, however, showing us to put on this part, B21. So we should cut that one off. So on this particular bit, I shall show you. I'm not going to do it on this kit because I'm going to save it for the next kit, which is the Sherman tank that we're going to be doing. Which I have started doing a bit to it because I was doing the track links. But what we'll do is do a little bit of shine. So I did. There you go. If you can see. Just in case you are interested, by the way, these sanding sticks that is way old. So's that one. Are only cheap nail files from B&M, like £1 or something stupid. They are just cheap, and I've had them for ages, and they do the job. Rather than paying, you don't have to pay out loads of money. So that's showing on the plans that bit goes into there. Look, not quite sure how that fits there. Hang on. So if you do it the way it's saying, it's got a couple of knobs on there, look. And they look like they should go into a hole, but there's nothing there. And it hasn't actually called out for me to drill any holes there. But there are 2 holes there. Did I miss that on the plans or not? Let me have a quick look. No, it's not calling out for any holes. No. So if you're building the kit, this part here, there's a hole here. We're supposed to be in a hole here, but it's, you can clearly see it. You can see it on the plan there, and you can see it there. And if you go back to the bit where you're fitting that panel here, it's not telling you to drill out anything there. So yeah, be careful. So I think the answer to that problem is going to be to cut those lugs off. Like that. You think a minute. I'm just wondering if you actually have to put that part on. Does it say optional or not? B21. Attaching seats, rear seats, doesn't say optional. Because we're going to go for obviously the roof down. So have a double check before we do that. Now see if it's showing you with the roof. I don't know if that's showing you with the roof down, whether you can see that. Oh, it's going to be one of those, isn't it? Oh no, it's okay. So you can still have your roof down with that in place. Still haven't decided what camouflage you want to do with this yet. Anybody comes up with a suggestion of what the colour, what camo to do this, just stick it in the comments. As long as it's not pink. Seems like it's getting crowded, doesn't it? So that's that and that. Showing us the windscreen next. Now the question with this is, do we want the windscreen up? I think we'll have it up. Ow. And that's saying that screws into place. Okay. But also, if I look in at the picture, when you look at the windscreen, it's actually showing this black around. So I suppose the idea will be possibly, well, these are black, so we can leave these off, fit that, and mask this up and paint it separately, and then put it in it afterwards. I think that might be the answer. Okay, let's cut off the windscreen then. Nice to see the boxes getting emptier and emptier. Right, so now, what have I done with that? There it is. Also, if you want to save a little bit of money on sanding sticks, that one there, that's it. So coarse, fine glass. They are from, I think that was from Boots. It says it's a girl's acrylic nail file, but they do work really well for little areas like this. Try not to flex this too much because it's quite flexy. Don't want to bust it. Can you see that? I'll get in a little bit closer with this. Get it right way around in a minute. So, that way. Just see it there. I want to focus on my fingers, not my there. You just see it, just above my finger. So basically, this will fold down the nub before it folds anything else down, because it's rock hard. So or dead flat, shall I say? So there you go. One nub gone. Could be a new saying that, couldn't it? One nub gone. Two nubs gone, and then nice gentle get rid of these. Get this seam. Little green stuff. You can just see, but when you paint that you won't see it, it's actually smooth. Same with this side. So I'm trying to get it on camera for you, that was all. Come. Come. Yeah, they're quite good for that. It'll take off the nub, not like the rest of the plastic. Yeah. Gone. So nice seam down the side there. If you can see that. That's it. Let's see it in the light. I'm just going to scrape that back with with a knife. Be a bit careful because you've got that bit of raised bit of detail there. Look, we don't want to lose. Turn it aside. Give it going over with the old cloth. But worn out one though. It's got to be sort of worn out at the end. It works. Yeah, see, cleans up quite nicely once. And that one is going to go into there. You must have cut those nubs off if you want it folded. Look at that. I don't want it folded because I don't know if it gives you that one. Let's have a quick look. Got it the wrong way round. Because it told me. It was that way. Look. Charming. Noisy neighbours are off again. Oh. Yeah, I'll dig out a couple of screws and I'll be back. Right, found a screwdriver, realised that I've got a screw missing. So this is the size of the screw. That is tiny. That's so. This is out my little screw stash that I have. So I think I bought it from AliExpress actually, but it contains loads of tiny little screws, and you think, oh, I'll never ever use those, but this time it's just come in handy. So that should, yeah. There you go. In there, and then you can roll your windscreen down, or you can have your windscreen up. See what other ones I've got here. Like a slightly smaller head, I might use that one. Just the head looked a little bit bigger, so yeah, that's slightly smaller head. A bit nicer, I think. Ooh. I'm not overly worried. At the end of the day, I'm not planning on folding the windscreen down, so no, I might go for that. don't think I've got anything with a smaller head. What size is that? So that still looks probably too big. Well, the fact that I haven't got one with a slightly smaller head judges a fact I just have to use what I've got. Bummer. Back in the box. Bit annoying. There you are. Excuse me. So I think the video's tapping on a bit now. So we'll do that bit. I don't want to put the shovel on because obviously we want to paint this, the wood and the metal separately, so we'll do that with it off the vehicle. So yeah, let's do that, then call it quits on this one, I think, because that's going to get a long video otherwise. Alright, staring me in the face, isn't it? What is that? It is A. E. B. There it is. One of those. You know it's there, you just for some reason can't see it. It looks like, from where we are on my plans, it looks like we will probably on the next video get the build of this done. Ready for paint. Not sure I'm going to do that yet because with the new camera setup it means I've got to move everything across to the spray booth. I'll work it out. I will work it out. Anybody actually building this, let us know, and if you are, take a few photos. We've got a Facebook group which is Man Cave Models. You're more than welcome to join the group and post your videos of one on there, or if they're building anything else, you know, go on, post your videos. If you're after any tips, or you've got tips for people, go ahead, post. That's what it's all for. It's for the likes of you viewers, me. I think every day you still learn something new. It wouldn't be a hobby if you weren't, would it? Well, you know, you've been happy building away for ages, and you want to show off some of your kits. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Showing off what you do. Matter of times, actually, if you ever, I don't know if you are a modeller and you've had people come around and look at stuff, because in our front room we got glass display cabinets, and all my kits are in those. And you'll be surprised how many, if you get somebody come around to do something in your house for you, or you're selling something and somebody's come along and you end up talking about stuff like that rather than obviously what they're coming around for. Is quite funny. But yeah, well, it might actually need some clamps on that because that looks like it's going to be a bit of a pain in the bum. Let's get some clamps on if there's room. That was probably would have been better off super gluing it on, to be fair, but a bit late now because I can't put super glue on now because the plastic will be soft. But, yeah, there's my slip. We'll be putting the windscreen down. Just did it. Better. Is it? So I'm going to put it. Alright, got them. See if I can see. Yeah, got it. I think. Or is it? No, it hasn't. Bit of a weird. It's not going. What should be there? I'm going that way. We could get into this. I think that's right. I think that's it. Thank you, Mr. Knife. Alright, we'll let that go off. See if we can get a nicer seats moving around a bit. Nicer view of things. Down the top, so there's where we're going to put our speedo in at some point. Around. I think that will do us till next video, which won't be very long because I shall continue on with this during the week and just film little bits as I go, I think. Let's try and get it up to the painting stage. Right, thanks for watching, everybody. Like I say, any comments, please comment. Yeah, not sure what happened. My camera cut out. I think it's letting me know that I'm running out of memory. I think it looks like I've got full battery, 57%, so it's not battery. Yeah, like I was saying, yeah, if you've got any comments or any questions, then just post it, or like I say, go on the Facebook group, which is Man Cave Models UK. Also, please like and subscribe. It does help the channel. Lets me know you guys are sort of semi enjoying the videos. They're not too long. And also colour scheme. If anybody does come up with a colour scheme, comment, let me know, and we'll see if we do it or not. It depends what it is. But its suggestions are always good. So yeah. Till the next video. Keep on modelling, you lot. Goodbye. Cheers.